Hi, what's your name, ma'am? You've been in before, and I am like so ashamed that I don't remember your name. I remember y'all came here and told me that your family worked over there and ran that creamery over there, right?
Well, my dad was the plant manager over there.
And he's in this, what was his name?
John Thomas Vernon.
There you go. Okay.
And I'm Marjorie Vernon Vaughn now. So.
All righty, look at him. Yeah, he's proud there. Yeah. Okay, so in the book right here, right? You're showing me your dad.
Right, this is my dad right here.
Wow.
And I remember this is Mr. Gant here, and I'm not sure of the other three people here.
Mm-hmm, the ladies, yeah.
Right.
And so what were y'all telling me about that creamery that you'd all get up with the school bus and all that stuff?
Well, we'd get off my dad would pick us up at the school, and we would wait here at the creamery until he got off from work.
That's incredible.
Right.
And what time would they work till, roughly? Do you remember?
When did they work?
What time did they work till? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know. Probably 5 o'clock.
Yeah, back then probably get out for supper and all that.
Yes.
And y'all would just go over there and sit in the office and hang out?
Right.
Do you remember ever going underneath there where they had all the machinery underneath the creamery?
Not underneath it, but I do remember the butter maker and some of the things, as you walk in. And I remember the smell of butter. I can still remember that.
Wow.
Right.
And so those were like 600 pounds of blocks of butter I see in that book.
Right.
That's
right.
incredible. And I also heard that they were that they took that butter and shipped it over to the people in the war.
That's right.
That's incredible. That was like 1940s or something, or 50s?
Probably.
In fact,
a
our
world-
father was exempt from the war effort at that time to stay here to make butter.
He was exempt from the war, right? To make the butter
correct.
for the
Because
war,
he
right?
made the butter they sent over.
Was it World War II, is it?
Yes.
World War II.
World War II, right. Yeah,
Right.
that's amazing. And that tells you something, though, about that butter, because Wisconsin's got a brand for butter, but that butter was worldwide famous butter right there.
It was famous butter. That's
That's
for sure.
incredible right there.
I can remember I had a great uncle who was not allowed to have salt, and my dad used to make just a portion of it was
Yeah.
unsalted, and we would take it to him. I remember that.
That's amazing. Even back then, that people, it's gotten that way now, where everybody's really conscious about this stuff, but
Right.
that's
He was
amazing.
also a tester. He could taste like the onions in the milk.
Oh, wow.
So, he had a good taste of
Yeah.
detecting weeds that was in the milk.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, some of that milk they would have to reject because of the smell.
Yeah, the onions.
The strong onions.
It's funny you say that, because I've had some local milk before, and it's just, there's not, I know what you mean. All those onions start growing up around springtime, right? And when you start cutting the lawn or the grass or even bush hogging, you can smell it. You can smell that onion, and it gets in the air. I've ridden down the road and I've said, oh, I can tell when spring's there. You can smell the onion. Someone's either bush hogging or, or mowing or something. But that's funny you say that. I know exactly what you're talking about. And then so is your daddy, right? Any other family members?
Not that worked at the creamery, no.
So was that Pete? How was he related to Pete Vernon?
They were double first cousins.
Double first cousins.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
2 sisters married 2 brothers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh man, they were a beautiful family. I met them when I first moved here in 2000.
Now you're talking about Pete Vernon and his
Pete Vernon,
family,
yeah.
and they still live in the area.
Yeah, Karen and Robert. Remember
Oh
them?
yes.
Yeah, I know. I went to church with them, and I knew them from here. Of course, they'd come in the feed mill, and of course, that's everybody's told stories. I mean, even like Mr. Gooch came by for a while, and he passed away a few years ago, but he came by one time and he said, "Hey, Darin," he goes, "I like your accounting system in here," and he was pointing to like our computer
Are
screen.
you talking about Alan Gooch?
Yeah, Alan Gooch. Yeah, was it Alan? Yeah, Alan. Yeah, was he married to?
Now, wait a minute.
No.
He would be.
No, it
it
wasn't
wouldn't be
Alan.
Alan Gooch because
It was his son.
It's probably his son.
What's his name? Gosh, I'm drawing a blank right now. Gooch. David Gooch. David
Right,
Gooch.
right, David.
And Carolyn, right? David
Right.
and Carolyn Gooch, yeah. And so he showed up at the mill one day and he said, "Hey, Darin," he goes, "I like your accounting system here." And I had to meet him and he had to meet me because I had purchased the mill, And So he pointed to a computer screen for the accounting system. And I said, I know it's a sign of the times. I go, what, y'all have little cubbies in here or something? Is that what you did with little tickets and stuff back in the day? And he said, no. He goes, here's what we did. And he walked me out on the front porch and he put his arm around me and we stood there. And he goes, you see, we'd stand right out on this front porch. And he goes, and some boy would ride by and he'd look over like this and see us staring at him. And if he put his head straight like that, he goes, we knew he owed us money. But he goes, because otherwise they'd be honking and carrying on, hollering and waving and screaming and yelling out the windows. But if they looked over and they met eyes with us and they were like looking at us and then their head went straight back towards the street, he goes, they owe us. And I started laughing because I thought, well, there's probably some good truth to that. But anyway, yeah, God bless him and his sweet wife. And I can't imagine. But yeah, the stories are incredible with your whole family and everybody in that creamery. I'm honored, honestly, to even pick these places.
Of course, my wife went to school here, elementary, first through the 8th grade also. So.
I see the battles in here. Miss whose name was Cleo Battle, taught at Nolensville Elementary. I think I just glanced through this and I see where her family's in here. She may be in here too. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of a new book now. Beth Lathers and Vicki Travis have put that book together. They're locals here.
This is her father also standing.
Well, I'm not sure.
You're not sure
I'm not sure that's him or not. This picture really goes back because you can tell by the truck. So I'm not sure if this is him or not. It looks like it might be, but I can't tell. But that
It looks like the same apron to me that's in the other picture.
it could be, but it's kind of
it's kind of blurry and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's incredible.
The other picture.
You're talking about, I don't know where it was now, let's find it.
So you know a lot about that.
Oh, here's some school pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
1954. Oh, Miss Amelia, I had her.
She was your teacher?
Right. I was trying to see if Brenda is in this one. No, that looks like Jim Cawthorn there.
That's incredible.
But I tell you what, I have got some pictures I could add to this because I have a lot of them. I have a lot of.
I have your
pictures.
number, and I have never called you. You've given me that opportunity with you, and I have your number. I'm gonna check before you leave with me again and make sure. But yeah, I would love to document some of that stuff, and I'm sure the town would love to eventually have that kind of information because the creamery in the Nolensville feed mill. The Nolensville feed mill, and I don't say this arrogantly because I own it, it's the monument of Nolensville. I mean, I don't mean that in an arrogant way. It's just, it was the gathering place forever, wasn't it? Where everybody kind of hung out. I mean,
The best I can remember, I was 10 years old when the creamery closed down because I just saw the date and it closed down in 1957. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I can remember my dad, of course the war was over when I remember him working there, but this book's fascinating. Wait a minute, here's another picture. That's the one with the butter in his hands right there.
See where the apron is made to
yeah.
me. It looks like the same apron.
But that's the large picture that's in the building.
Yeah, I have that in the book. Some of those came out of the Nolensville book. What were you saying, sir?
I was saying that apron looks like the same apron where he's standing in front of the truck.
Yeah.
That's the reason I believe that it's him. So.
Did they do anything else in there besides cream? Was it just
I think it was just cream. I think they made the butter.
the butter?
I can
You know,
And of course, at that time, I don't know who made the rounds, but they would go around to the small farms and pick up the milk and bring it in to the creamery.
In fact, I think that's how my dad started out. I think I think that's how he started out when he was. We would go around and pick up the cream. I think.
Of course, I was raised up around the Smyrna area, but my grandfather sold milk at that time to the creamery. So the creamery was a big thing at that time, especially to all the small farmers in this area.
Yeah, I've heard this. I don't know if it's a rumor, but I've heard that there was literally 100 or more dairy farms around these areas here. That there was that many. I was like 100 or more, and they said, yeah, it was just all dairy farms. And that's incredible.
And you talk about picking up around Smyrna, of course, that's probably, 15, 20 miles from here. So I'm sure they picked up in a radius, probably a 30-mile radius around Nolensville. So,
Oh yeah. I know it's wild, isn't it? It's incredible.
Well, I don't know. These are new people to me. You know, the names are new to me.
Yeah, they are actually. They've been around a little while, but for the people that have been around for
Can you order
generations.
this book online?
You know what? We're going to start carrying that book here pretty soon.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to give you that one. Okay?
Oh no, that's okay.
No, I can give you that one. So you take that book,
I appreciate
and I'm
that.
going to order some more of those, and I'm going to have them in the store.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Let me. All right. Well, thanks for talking with me
Okay.
today. Very grateful. So hang on because I want to make sure I got your phone number. All right. Hang on.